Welcome back to the show.
Now, Jan, we spent Saturday at Lincoln Speedway, your old stomping grounds. Now, we just saw the highlights in the previous segment from the evening, and earlier you brought us a story about the track itself.
That was exciting.
Now, one of the divisions at the track are the Thunder Cars.
Oh, the Thunder Car is my most favorite. They're not the fastest, but the competition is so close that it's very exciting. You never know who's going to win or what's going to happen. I highly recommend going to those races.
And as a support division, they're trying to gain a little bit of recognition with the fans and with sponsors. The PA Thunder Cars are very similar to other divisions such as Street Stocks, Semi-8s, Sportsman, and Pro Stocks, but their rules package limits them basically to Lincoln Speedway.
Well, we use all factory type suspension, and we're allowed to be racing tires, the Hoosier E-Mods. And as far as motor goes, limited to 358 cubic inch, any cast iron head, and no roller cams. And it's pretty much build whatever motor you can build on your budget, and you can go racing.
Heading up the efforts to bring recognition and money to the series is longtime fan Joey Sterner, who maintains the PA Thunder Cars website and Facebook page.
When we first started this, the car counts were declining and the fan support was dwindling, and it looked like the division was going to die. And I started posting pictures on Facebook, and drivers started friending me, and we started with the Facebook group, and then it grew into the website, and the website grew into the awards program that we have, and it just kept growing from there. It's really awesome.
Sterner has been able to secure trophies for the winners and Optima batteries for the Hard Charger Award.
I sent them a sponsor proposal over the winter, and we corresponded back and forth, and I was pretty shocked when I got the email in my email box. I wanted to scream so loud, but I couldn't. I had to wait for the office to approve me. But once they approved it, it's just, this division's never had a sponsor like that before, so it's actually pretty amazing.
And his efforts are greatly appreciated by the Thunder Car drivers.
He's done a good job, you know. He picked up a sponsor for this year, Optima Battery. You know, they're supplying us with the Hard Charger Award, giving us a free battery every week, and you know, things like that help. Anything's to help when it comes to racing. He's been putting in everything he can do to, you know, get us that extra help, and it's really working.
Oh yeah, I mean he's been working really hard. I mean, for what he's done for this class, I mean 20 cars strong. I mean some tracks they hardly get any cars, you know, and for him to go out and work this hard, you know, I mean I've only known him for a short time, but I think in the long run, you know, I'll know him for a long time.
And in a region where sprint cars roll, trying to get some added interest in a stock car class can be difficult.
Well, that's one of the things we had to battle against when we first started this, was the conception of it, if it don't have a wing on it, it's not any good. And I was really aggressive the first year. I really went at a lot of people, and they know now that there's not a lot of public statements made about the support division anymore, I promise you that.
The class can be a good way for new drivers to get their feet wet in racing.
It's just a lot of fun. I mean, my dad used to drive his car. It used to be called a street stock, and you know, when I first started running, my dad saw a little bit more in me, a little bit more, and you know, he goes, well, why don't you go ahead and run this? And you know, ever since then, he's been stepped out, I've been in, so ever since then, I've been trying to keep him out of the car just by doing good, so.
And while Jimmy Jam Jr. got his first win this season, veterans such as three-time champion Dwayne Watson see no reason to move on.
Well, we actually did race at Trailways, and probably the car count might have dissolved that deal there at that track, and this is basically the only track we can run right now, and it's actually probably beneficial to me because I live like 2 minutes away, so yeah, Saturday night racing is good enough for me.
And on the track, fans are treated to some very close competition.
I'd like to see more Thunder Cars. You know, it's a fun class. It's real, you know, it's real competitive, and it's just a good class all around.
Oh, the class has definitely come a long way. It's nearly the beating and banging it used to go on all the time. You know, you can go out there and usually not even tear your car up in the night now. A lot less work to be done.
Hey man, you know, we try to do the best we can. You know, we run last every week, and it doesn't matter if we were first or last. We're here all to race and put on a good show for the fans. So that's what it's all about, is having fun too.
Here are some quick highlights from their feature on Saturday night. The 77 of Justin Mung is leading the race late in the event. He encounters lap traffic, which allows the number 2 of Brian Walls to close on the top position. 2 laps later, Walls makes his move to the lead, and Brian Walls went on to collect the checkers. Congratulations, Brian, on the win. It looked like some lap traffic allowed you to close on the leader.
Yeah, the lap traffic did. When I got up to about 5th, I seen everyone running the bottom, so I started working the top, and it finally came in. And yeah, that lap car kind of did help me a little bit, but I still think I had something, even if it would never happen.
I was gonna say, you were coming up through the field, so it was no fluke.
Yeah, this Thunder car class is tough. I mean, there's probably 10 to 15 cars each week that could probably win or finish in the top 3, and this class is getting tougher and tougher, back to the way it was 10, 15 years ago when my Uncle Mike ran Thunder cars and Craig Walgeman. It's kind of getting back to that now.
As we go to break, here are your top 5 Thunder car finishers.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.